Hey everybody, PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery here at the ATA Show 2025 in Indianapolis. I am at the Easton booth with Tyson Yates and Tyson. Easton 5.0, we'll start with that. This arrow has just been like crazy. Everybody wants to know about it. Everybody wants them. We can't keep them in stock. Super popular. Is that also what you're hearing, I'm guessing?
That is the tale of the show. I mean, it's been a super good selling arrow for us right out of the gate. I think it's really filled a hole that's been in our line in a while, right? It hits that lightweight 5mm shaft. People kind of love that, you know, not a 4mm, not a 6.5. It's that perfect diameter for people, and we've had great success with it out of the gate.
Yeah. So in our video, Tyson, we talked about, the match grades. They come with hit inserts. That's what comes with the match grades. And we didn't really get into the other components. I hadn't seen them yet. So we wanted to talk to you about the other components and talk about even the hits, about why you would want one over the other.
Yeah, you guys know in the world of archery, there's a lot of opinions, and components is one of those places people like to play with. So, like you said, the match grades will come hit with the collar, right? And then on the standard 5.0s, you're going to be able to get them with either a hit and or a half out. So the standard half out it's going to ship with is the 50 grain stainless steel half out. That's the one it'll come with. And then as an aftermarket option, one of the things we added this year are 2 new match grade half outs. So if you remember last year, I remember talking to you here, we said, one of the big things we were talking about was match grade and the new 4mm half outs. Yes. The first thing everybody said, when are you going to do this for 5mm? So here we are with 2 options in the 5mm. Yes. Why would you use one over the other? You're going to save some weight with the hit and the collar, right? Some people that are really trying to maximize their speed, one of the terms I like to say is trajectory is accuracy. So for me, I'm a short draw shooter, and trajectory, if I misrange something, it's 40 yards. I thought it was 45. Just like in the 3D world, right? Especially unknown, you want a little bit of forgiveness. So it gives you some forgiveness that way, and also just the amount of faces that your point is interfacing with when it's just hit, it's reduced.
Hit, and let's talk about that one a second, because I feel like there's a misunderstanding if you're not into Easton arrows, but it's hidden insert technology. It sinks down into the shaft. People would think, oh, well, this, the collar's on the outside, but hit serves a purpose, and talk about what that purpose is.
Well, the purpose is you are basically assuring better broadhead alignment, point alignment, because it's sunk back in the shaft and you're using the inside diameter of the arrow itself to align your point. So, it's one of those things, we've had great success with it. We still sell the vast majority of our 5mm line. The consumer has decided to go with the hit. Yeah. Now, there is a sense of ease of installing a half out, right? That you can just quite simply just drop a little glue on, push it in, set it on the table, and you're good to go, and you're shooting in 5 minutes, right? So I think there's a big aspect for a lot of shooters of the simplicity of a half out, and, just different people like different components. And so it gives you an option, at 55 grains and 75 grains, it gives you an option to play with some weight up front, very simply as well.
And then with the 5.0s in that, with there being such low GPI, that's where you're talking about, you can really focus on FOC. If that's what you're into, with your components there, you can get that percentage of FOC up.
That's right. And it's the same kind of story across our line this year, because the other new ad is the FMJ Max. So we've kind of had the FMJ in the line for, I think, 21 years, 22 years now. And what we did is kind of update and bring a new model in where we're saving about 2 grains per inch. So the guys that like a heavier weight FMJ can still get that, but they can put that weight on the front and kind of up the FOC and still hit their target weight build on the arrow.
And talking about these components, as you mentioned, match grade, you've got the rubber collar on the back, and talk about that and how it works with that long shank in terms of when that's in there, it's straight. Your point is going in straight.
The guy that engineered this, our engineer Dylan, he was kind of the one that headed this project out. I mean, he thought of everything, right? So we're calling that the zero tolerance fit ring. So what that does is assure that you perfectly align that point every time, and that's been one of the issues with half outs in the past. If you get some play in there, you set it on the table, you glue it in, and it can kind of slump down. And I'm obviously exaggerating that for the camera, right? But then you put a point on, you spin it, and you get some wobble. Arrow might be perfectly straight, but now you've got a component that's just not quite glued in perfectly straight. Now, so not only do we have that, but we have the longer post that goes back in the arrow to get good broadhead alignment. And then with this, the collar around it, kind of that two-piece system, you're able to capture and secure the front of the arrow as well, and really kind of remove any of your fail points. And I mean, when they were designing it, was really kind of cool to see the software they were using to identify hot spots, to be able to put different materials in different areas, and really kind of make what we were pretty comfortable to call a match grade quality half out.
These half outs, they do fit super snug. And, a lot of folks say, that thing's really tight. That's a good thing.
It is a good thing, and they come with a chamfer stone, and especially on these 5mm arrows, it is important to give it a nice chamfer so that you don't shave off too much of that fitment ring. Now, it is designed to be shaved off as it's put in, right? And that's part of how you're making sure you get a good tight fit every time. But I was helping a guy, showing him how to use it or put him in, and he goes, "It's not going to fit." And I go, "No, it fits. Like, it's just." We're all used to kind of grabbing an insert and it kind of fits a little sloppy and just drops right in, and it doesn't just drop right in. And we think that is very important, especially on a half out. And that's, we've had great success with the 4mm line, and excited to see how the 5mm half outs do this year.
All right, Tyson. Well, we always know, Easton, you guys are on the cutting edge there, thinking of everything, all these little things. I think the last couple years, it's been a lot of the little things that were problems for a long time in archery, but you guys are now addressing those while you're bringing out new and cool arrows.
We love it, man. I mean, we're super proud of what we do. We're the only arrow company making our arrows in the United States of America. We take a lot of pride in our factory. We take a lot of pride in our engineering staff, our customer service staff, and being able to do that right in the U.S. means a lot to us. And honestly, we're just seeing it more in the marketplace. People want to support U.S. manufacturing. And here at the ATA show, our booth screens made in USA pretty loud. We hung a 30-foot flag just above our booth, and we're pretty proud of that. And we feel like it's something we have to earn every day, the right to make our arrows right here in the USA.
All right, Tyson, as always, appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.